The thing is, every single time that I stop, everything slows down for me, right? It's not like, oh, I get to just stop and take a break and, call off for a week. No, everything slows down. The views stop, and that's important, regardless if you care or not, regardless of what business you're in, if you're an influencer or not. If your views slow down, your orders slow down, and so on and so forth, especially if you have a digital product. If you stop promoting, it stops working. So the momentum in general just really slows down. And I can just see it all bleed out. Like, dang, I had all that momentum. I was getting 150 orders a week and I was going crazy. And then two orders. And that's my fault because I pulled back. And I know when I'm about to do it, I know that I'm doing it, but I'm still watching it happen. And it costs me every single time. Probably you do the same thing and you just never really heard somebody say it out loud plainly, right? Me personally, I stop because I get sidetracked. So I'll start pouring into other people tremendously, and they never pour back to that same magnitude, which is extremely frustrating. And it makes me very resentful of people because it's like, I give, 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 give. I give you my energy, give, give, give. And then you just give me half back. That's super duper 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 frustrating. And I stop because maybe I like want to be back with my boyfriend, or I just want to cuddle and spend some time with him, and then I want to lay up under him all day. That's just the kind of personality I have. I have a very addictive personality, and once you're a part of my routine, it's hard for me to detach from that. Some people call it child issues. Really, I just have an imbalance in my life, private life, personal life. And I think this is a very common problem because people don't address the root of it, right? I'll watch Netflix and order some DoorDash and just be present with him instead of remembering you didn't post 3 videos today. You didn't post any videos today. You all day worried about where is he doing? I can't wait for him to get home, shave my legs, I'm gonna wax, smell good, make sure everything's clean. Awful, awful, awful. If you're running a business, that is awful. You cannot let somebody consume you like that. Consistency is self-respect. I've said it once, we'll say it 100 times. Consistency is self-respect. Point blank, period. Laying up under him is not me taking a break. If anything, it's him taking a break. For me, it's a pause on my success. Every day I spend being lazy in a relationship is a day that I lose the opportunity to have broke the ceiling for myself. And I'm not trying to tell you that every single day needs to be grind, 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 grind. People love to talk about grind culture. No, you either want to be successful or you don't. You either do the work or you don't. Okay? Growth doesn't just happen in a day, so I don't want to make it seem like missing a day means you won't be successful. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can slow down for a Sunday or a Monday, right? Plan that out. But it needs to be back to business Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And if you do have a boyfriend, I want to acknowledge that healthy relationships do exist. And if you're one of those people that are blessed to be in one, great. Keep it, nourish it, water it. It can help you become a billionaire. It can help you become a millionaire. It can help you become successful if money isn't what you quantify your success with. Absolutely. But you still need to be doing the work to pour into yourself as if that person wasn't there. If they weren't there, how much energy would you really drive into yourself? A real break to me is a croissant in Italy with my best friend. a jet to Vegas, to go to our favorite spa. This is rest to me. That's restoration. That's replenishing. But just being up under a man and having sex and watching Netflix is not going to get you to your goals. And if all you and your man do is have a peaceful relationship where you're just watching Netflix, the bills are paid, and you're content, and you don't want more success, this might not be the video for you, because you're going to have to consistently apply pressure to whatever field you're in. I say it all the time. If you're doing nails, if you're building computers, if you make your own purses, if you do your own clothes, if you're a dentist, if you want to be great, successful, rich, and well off, you have to apply pressure. You cannot get caught up in what I like to call the rat race of laziness. People on social media will tell you to, oh my God, you have to watch this, you have to watch this, you have to watch this. They do not tell you to pour into yourself in that same manner. Or maybe I'm on the wrong side of TikTok. I don't know, but they're not telling you, you gotta get to work. Consistency is pushing play on your life. Play, 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 play. Every time you rest and push pause, I want you to think about it like now the movie has to restart. You need that momentum. And every time you're you're at the roller coaster, and then you're like, I'm gonna take some rest. Back to the beginning. Back to some beginning. Like, think about if you didn't rest for 6 months and then you said, okay, I'm gonna rest in September. I'm gonna rest all of December, November, I'm gonna rest and then back to work. But what if for all the other months you did not rest? Where do you think you would be? How much do you think your financial situation would change? And how much do you think you could grow your Instagram, your accounts, your success, your business? And I always want to remind you, I'm not talking about growing your Instagram for attention. I'm talking about growing your Instagram for retention, meaning these people are here for whatever you're doing. They retain the information you give, they retain the product you give, they believe in you. The more of an audience you have, you can sell water to a fish. Okay? They want what you have because they see something that they can't explain. Even if it's subconscious, they can see this person is applying pressure. They might not think those exact words. This person is so consistent. This person is applying pressure. They can just see, oh, you keep appearing. You're literally programming them to love you and to like you. And it sounds like manipulation, call it whatever you want, but hard work does not go unnoticed, even if it feels like it does in the beginning, because in the beginning, it's not hard work. It's just you getting started. The hard work begins when you want to rest. That's where the hard work kicks in. Everything else was just, that's the beginning. That's what it took to start. Okay, cool. You started. Everybody wants a damn cookie for starting. You don't get a cookie. When you want to rest, when you want to watch Netflix and chill and have sex with that man that's 1 foot in and 1 foot out, cool. But just know you're taking a break from hard work. The hard work is saying no to the things that aren't watering you back. And I think that people think just because a relationship isn't damaging, that it's good. If you have big dreams, it is damaging. Point blank, period. And I want to openly admit that I have not fully figured out the balance between my dating life and my business life. And I know this. This is the reason why it is hard for me to balance my business, because I have not yet hit a number, let's say $40,000 a month. Once I hit that number, I'll be able to allocate certain tasks to different people so that I do have the ability to be a little more open with my dating life. Right now, I understand that my weakness is I get paralyzed by a man. Not all, but every now and then a one comes along that I really do like, and I want to spend as much time with him as possible because I'm trying to build a meaningful connection. But in the process of that, I lose myself. I'm a lover. And without a partner, I'm a lover. With a partner, I'm a lover. I am a lover. That is my nature. So when you come into my life, I will pour into you. I have friends that I have known for 2 weeks who I've built a website for. And I'm like, why did I just spend 2 hours doing this for this person when I could have spent those 2 hours making 10 videos for myself? I could have been nourishing and watering my community, my school. But I'm just a lover. I realize I am paralyzed sometimes by my love. So right now, you got to make a decision. Do you want to be paralyzed by a love that is insignificant to you right now? Because let's be honest, I don't choose the best lovers. And when I say I don't choose the best lovers, they're not abusive to me, they're not hitting me, they're not yelling at me, we don't argue, I'm not barking at them, they're not barking at me. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not working because I know what kind of partner I need. I need somebody to push me, and that even when I am paralyzed by his love, he's like, Did you record your 3 videos a day? No, get up, turn the TV off, let's go. Right? And it's almost like a father figure. And that's why some people say it's like damaging. But no, my father wasn't like that. So to me, that's not a father figure. That is a leader. People love to misconstrue your trauma for you. I know I need a leader. So until I have that, I cannot be wrapped up in somebody's relationship. You have to know your weaknesses and call yourself out on it. Point blank, period. It's costing you something. And I can't afford the rest. I can't afford to be a lover to that magnitude. I can't be with you every day because I'm going to get hypnotized and want to help you with everything and forget to help myself. That is something you're allowed to admit. And once you admit it, you can move accordingly. All right, Monday, Wednesday, we can kick it. Every other day of the week, it's mine, right? I'm not telling you to shut out good connections. I'm telling you to shut off connections that aren't helping you grow. Now, I want you to ask yourself something, and I don't want to hear a maybe or a well, a kind of, and I want you to just be honest. A kind of or a sort of or sometimes. That's a very average answer, and average will have you dependent on your family and your boyfriend for the rest of your life. And that is not a life at all. That is survival. You're in survival mode. You have to date because you're in survival mode. You have to stay connected with your family who drains you because you're in survival mode. If that's your reality, then answer it average. But if you don't want that to be your reality, even if it is, then you need to just answer yes or no. There's no in between. Do you show up for your goals on the days that you don't feel like it? Simple question, should be quick. You know the answer. You already thought of it. The answer was no, right? Okay. Do you keep your word to yourself the same way that you keep your word to other people? The answer is no. You said you were going to go to the gym today. You didn't go. You said you're going to start the gym this year. You didn't go. When something or someone pulls you off your path, do you find your way back immediately? I'm talking 24 hours. If the answer is no, you're not consistent. Is your daily output moving you forward or is it just keeping you busy? Because people tend to confuse busy work with moving forward. Cool, you posted a TikTok putting on your lip gloss. I do that sometimes, but after I've already posted 3 educational videos where you can learn, grow, where I can teach, where I can help. We live in the era where people want to learn. This isn't social media back when millennials were young. This is a new day and age, and these kids are hungry. So if you're gonna get on social media and do anything, you better teach them about your business. If it's a flower business, teach them why you're the best. If it's a coffee shop, teach them about coffee. What is the coffee bean? Where did it stem from? Where did it root from? Where does coffee come from? What does coffee do to the brain? What's positive about coffee? What does the smell of coffee remind you of? There are endless possibilities when you actually do what you want to do. If you work in the tech field, explain something on the keyboard that we didn't know you could do. Command F means what? Command Z means delete? What? I didn't know I could do that. Teach. Are you building something or are you just doing things on social media, in real life, in your relationship, at your job? Are you only at your job because you need that money, or do you love going to work? If you couldn't answer all those with an answer that showed you're moving forward, you are not consistent. You are not ambitious. You are average. And in order to be ambitious, you have to admit that in the past, because as of today, it is the past, you've been average. And the most dangerous place you can live is in between thinking you're ambitious but genuinely being average. You cannot do things only when you feel like it. You feel like you are doing something when really you are just maintaining the illusion of progress. You're not really making any real progress. Consistency is not a personality trait. It is a decision that you make every single day, especially on the days when love is in the room. especially on those days. Because if you love them like you say you love them, you're ready to upgrade your life so that you guys don't have to keep struggling. If you love them that bad, then we're going to get this money. I'm going to go do my content and I'll be back in an hour. Netflix is not your friend. Netflix is your nightmare. You have more screen time and Netflix time than you do in working on my dream time. These are the days right here, right now, that you're living in that are going to determine how your finances are in the future, who you are in the future, and what you become. So, again, I'm going to ask you, are you consistent? And if the answer is no, you do not have self respect. When you respect yourself, you are consistent. And I don't want you to take offense to anything I'm saying. I want you to change. I will no longer say words that I do not follow through on. I will think before I talk, and I will only say the things I mean. If I know I'm not going to the gym tomorrow, I will not say it or think it in my mind because I know I'm not going. And I don't want my mind to not trust my body anymore. I only do things I say I'm going to do. I am going to the gym tomorrow. Now, you cannot close your eyes and go back to sleep tomorrow until you go to the gym. I don't care if it's 10 minutes. Walk in that gym for 10 minutes and go. You're the kind of person that does what they say they're going to do starting right now.